Hello and welcome back to the Park House build. First off, I do apologise for the breakup in the video. I ended up with a lot of pixels and I had to sort of cut it. So anyway guys, I'm going to stand inside these front steps and I'm going to place blue wool just on the outside block, so you end up with a gap of 2 in the middle, and then we're just going to run our wool all the way across and then running it all the way around the edges to where we've put our blocks from the first part, leaving a path of 2 blocks all the way around. So now we're going to be putting in our front windows. Just having a quick count of how many blocks we got on each side, and I'm going to leave a gap of 5, so you can go ahead and place 3 on the side where the door goes in and 2 on the outside of the frame, so 2 that side and 3 on the other. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. I haven't put my third in yet because I'm still referencing the picture. Bear with me a second guys, it's literally where I'm looking at the picture and then running back. So I'm going to place these blocks down here. I've gone in 4, and then I'm going to come to the other end and I'm going to do myself 1, 2, 3, 4. So yes, I'm going to leave myself a gap of 2 after I place 4 blocks, and then I'm going to leave a gap of 2 after the 4 blocks on this side, making way for our window. And like I say guys, I'm going to place the window, the block on the inside there, take that one away, and then I'm going to run my glass pane all the way through, and then I'm going to go up 3 rows with that one. And doing the same on the other side, just placing in my glass pane. Obviously be doing the same on there, 3 rows up. So guys, at the moment I'm just looking back and forth at the picture because I am not overly confident with this house. I've only got the pictures that I can see, and it's making it very hard for me to actually work out where these pieces need to be. So I'm going to knock out 2 blocks here in the middle of the steps, and that's for the back door. And I'm now just going to run down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then leave a gap of 2. So it was using our glass pane, chucking into our gap of 2 and using glass block around the door frames themselves. So sorry guys, I am a lot slower than usual, but obviously where I'm not familiar with the house, I do have to keep looking at the picture. So guys, I'm just running this blue wool all the way across the back of the house, and I'm just going to layer some windows here, and we're going to be doing that for 3 high as well. And then we're going to be doing the same on this window here, taking it up for 3 high. So now we know this wall is actually finished, so we can take it up the 1 row above the window just to tie it in. So I'm just going to fill it in, and then I'm going to do the other end, filling it in, and then running my 1 last block across the top. So now we're going to build this up, and we're going to run our extra 2 rows of glass panes, and then we're going to build it straight up. So we can now run our last block across if we so wish. I'm just going to fill in the rest of my frame a moment. I'm just going to drag my last block all the way across, and now moving on to the other side where we can take it up to the 4 layers. Trying to remember the door in the middle as well, and just finishing off my frame, dragging it all the way to the end, remembering to fill in these blocks, and then go up our 2 layers with our glass panes. Now for the door, I'm just going to chuck glass blocks around one side and then running it back across towards the wall above where the door will fit. Now the other option is to have 2 doors and 2 rows of glass blocks on top. But personally I thought it looked better like this, and I'm going to do the same here, run up my windows 3 high and then fill in the gap in between. So anyway guys, I am sorry about that. I'm now just literally in front of you. I've done my 3 blocks and I'm now at the back door. So all I've done is really filled in that side of the wall. So now over this side guys, I'm right at the back of the house. I'm just going to be filling up 3 rows of blue wool and then my glass blocks will go in. I will remove them on this video, but like I say, I'm just looking at the pictures and it's 4 blocks from the end, and I'm going to do the same on this end. 1, 2, 3, 4. But obviously you'll be on your 4th row high. I will alter it in a second. I'm just trying to keep it as accurate as possible, but at the same time I don't actually know what the house completely looks like because I haven't really watched the show before, so it's a bit hard for me to know what it actually looks like from the inside. So like I say, I'm just going to knock these away, put them in the 4th row up. Now guys, like I say, if you recognise that I've missed anything at all, please let me know, because we can get it in there before the end of the build. If not, we'll have to make a video where we're just editing the build itself, which doesn't sound too fun. So I'm going to place myself 1 last block all the way around the building, knowing that now I can build off it for my roof. And using my spruce wood slab, I'm just going to run across the bottom of that block, pulling out 2 rows all the way across the roof. And now for the one underneath, I'm just going to pop one underneath and then pull it out 1. And obviously when you get to the sides, you're still going to want to pull it out 2 blocks. And now for my bottom one, is now to curve around it. And now I'm just going to concentrate on my pillars. I'm just going to chuck in the extra block on the bottom and then my pillar quartz, block of quartz, just to take it up to the last layer. And then I'm going to do the same over the other side. Oh, sorry. I've just got to run around my last block around the edge of the building, just to make sure that I can carry my roof around that. I'm happy with it. And I'm just going to run it all the way around, so I can then start layering on my roof tiles. Once that roof is done, then we just spin it all the way around the building. No problems at all. So carrying on from my last one, I'm just going to drag it across and then start filling it across as I go along, just to know that I can put my pillars in. And remember to add your 2 extra blocks onto the top ones before you drag it round. It can really trip you up when you forget to put them on. Otherwise all of a sudden you end up with a slanted roof that you end up dragging around with just 1 block. So add in the extra one and then chucking on my block of quartz, measuring it up to the bottom, and then my last wood slab, dragging it all the way across the back. Not to forget that you actually need them columns on the stairs as well, which I will now actually do. And just for finishing up touches, I'm just going to drag quartz slab all the way underneath the 2nd row. So I'm going to knock that one away and put the block there. And then from the top of that block, which will be 1 below the bottom roof slab, we're just going to drag that across and join it up to all the columns. So the same again, we're just going to do it for every pillar, so we know we're not forgetting any. So moving on, I'm just going to drag my columns, my slabs all the way back to my columns, just to make sure my columns are sat in tidy, and then I'll carry on with the roof, layering it in the same manner as the rest of it. So doing the same for the back stairs, adding in those extra columns just to take them up, and then filling in with our slab. So now we have finished, we're back onto our wood slabs and just dragging it around for the 2 layers, 2 in width on the first layer. So I'm going to drag out an extra 1 just to make sure I don't forget, and then I'm going to do the same on this end and drag it out the 2 just to make sure that I don't get carried away and start dragging around 1 lower. Once you've done these 2 layers, you then drop down half a block at a time for another 2 levels. So moving on to our half a block down, we're now going to start layering in our last one, and then after putting in this layer we then drop down another half a block, just going dropping down just 1/2 above the white quartz. And there you go, our last layer just to finish off the roof, and that is where I'll finish off the video for today, and we'll put the next part up very shortly. Like I say, if I have missed anything out, please let me know before I finish the build rather than have to do a video editing the build. Sorry guys, I got a bit ahead of myself here. I'm just gonna dig out where we've got our last columns on the back steps because the roof changes and we need to arch it up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and place my quartz blocks. Ignore what I'm doing here, that's just me playing around. I'm just gonna chop my quartz blocks across the middle 3 or 4. Yeah, middle 4, sorry. So there you go guys, after telling you 4 is actually 6, and then placing a full block of wood in the front of the 2 end pieces of quartz, and then we're going to slowly start slanting our roof up. And obviously you can build it all the way back from the blue wall itself, otherwise it's going to look a bit strange. And then on the middle 2, I actually do change my mind, put in the block quartz, and then I actually use stairs rather than slabs just to give it that extra bit of a peak on top of the roof. And like I say, you can run that all the way back to the blue wall itself. And for underneath, just fill in the half blocks with the wood, remembering to be sticking out by 1. And just to touch it up a little, you could go ahead and add half a block to the bottom of the bottom ones, and then change the top to stairs. So anyway guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you shortly.